Management collective programs and platforms. So what are all the platforms given by the management? So simply without the knowledge of the platform, which we should not play, no. So induction is the first pitch induction. So all level workers are introduced to the induction and the training of the organization and the needed training to work other the organization. They are giving training. Other training is off-job training and on-job training. Yeah, one more training is skill assessment trainings. There are different type of trainings. It will be given gradually according to the work and your needs. Meetings. There will be always a meeting in a day. There are different types of meetings related to the administration, related to the management, related to the projects, related to the team, and related to the functions. Everything. There will be a lot of meetings, and your feedbacks and suggestions are welcome in those meetings. Your personal ability is measured by your suggestions. POTSCOM. So POTSCOM. So every organization works under the system of planning, organizing, directing, staffing, coordinating, recruiting, and budgeting. So you can give your ideas. All your ideas are not welcome. Going to be authoritative, decisive. So your ideas are welcome. So they will find you with what are all relevant for decisive and consultative things. Project closing procedures. So you should close the procedure rightly where you met the problems. So it will help others to fine tune and yourself to fine tune in the next models and in the next projects. Functions and parties. There will be your social grooming will be observed and your user friendly will be observed over there, and your team spirit. So your team may say you are not a team oriented person, but you will be observed. Your character will be analyzed over there personally by the HR department whether you are social grooming person or not. Quality control. So you should responsible for the quality. Quality is not police and culprit games. So you should other with the quality control. Appraisal reviews. So appraisal you should boldly talk in the appraisal reviews what you have done, what you are expecting, what are the better responsibilities you can hold further. So you can express yourself in the appraisal review meetings, exit meetings. So whenever you are going to exit meetings, so you should clearly explain what are all the problems you faced inside the whether you can achieve the decision or not, whether you won't find the platform is not suitable now to you. You can clearly give in the exit meeting and HR meeting. And finally, you should have a user-friendly exit. So you should talk a friendly visit with the HR, joint management council and liaison. There will, it is inside the office when you are in while working. There will be always a joint management council. You many people will not be the member. If you are a member, you should communicate all the consultative needs of the employees to the organization, and there will be a liaison inside the organization, and you can talk freely when you found any problems. Labor department, when you found problem in you can't find the solution means there is always a labor department, but finally you are not ready to fight so you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to be recognized separately in the working setup or the organization culture. So you can give a suggestion to the citizen grievances portals and in the national grievances portal in a general polished way where you are not going to be show finger, but the solution will be achieved nationally. Engineering office participative channel. So this is precisely what engineering office do. So most of the things I have covered in a common manner. Some of the mistakes or happens in the engineering office I am going to tell you here. Assessment of your skill and work review. There is always assessment of your skill and work review. You should cross check and self check you're asked to self check your job, but you should self check your work review, timesheets, assessments are done well, and they have written the feedbacks correctly. Correctly in a weekly progress or in a monthly progress. This is the job I have done. This is the problems I met. This is what we solved together. Of the things collectively, you should write in your mail, or you should give the feedback to your team. ISO documentation and procedures. ISO documentation and procedures is if people are not happy with the ISO documentation, they won't follow the procedures, but you should follow the ISO documentation procedures. In the engineering, there is a lot of documentation needed, but you should follow. Timesheet booking. So you should adhere with the your timesheet booking and careful what are the attributes you are filling. If you are not happy with it, you can discuss up to HR about your works. Meetings. So all your suggestions are assessed. So in all the meetings, you should give a suggestion subject related. Mail communications. You should know your mail communication in intranet. So you should whom should you communicate? What should you communicate? You can and precisely you should have that mail knowledge. Quality standards. So you should meet your quality standards. There should be only one boss and reporting properly. If you are having too many bosses, like for quality, one for projects, one section manager comes and gives you one. So you should clear the hierarchy level and the work process level of the day. On the day itself, if you meet so many problems, you can discuss with the HR. Daily reporting and feedback. So there should be always, you should not say why I should say good evening to my team. It is not the matter of good evening. You should say what are all the jobs we have done and what I have finished this work. We have to. It will helpful for them to plan if you are not able to come tomorrow. So that is the key aspect behind that. Know your project coordinator and project engineer. So many of the members won't touch project engineers and project coordinator. If you are made to wander so many hours inside the platform for finding one decision, you can directly go and ask to the project coordinator and project engineer. So they are not clear about this. I wanted to set the decision. So you can ask them in a polished way, not in a official hierarchy process. Input output in between needs creativity, innovation skills, get advanced technology, early problem solving. Be a technician and engineer than a simple data processor. So here is the mistakes happens in the engineering office. For quick work, smart work, there are a lot of shortcuts. Despite they forget the engineering. So everybody can do a manual error. So we have to have a engineer's high or a technician high in every each and every hour data process. So it needs a creativity, innovative skill, advanced technology knowledge, early problem solving, being a unique person inside the organization handling each and every data. This is the aspect expected, participation expected in your production. Self-checking clears you 80% and is highly participative. So self-checking makes you clear and safe 80%. That we can assure. Write your work process and be unique. You should write the work process. It is not for the organization welfare. It will make you smart day by day. So write your work process and be unique. Don't forget engineering in your planned work methods. So already they have given some planned work methods. In between, you should not forget the engineer inside you. Early reporting to the lead solves technical issue like you observing some fault in the plant which will demolish the system. So You in class they will open the pressure vessels and they will check the uh, smart alarms, everything gradually, and they will take reports. So likewise, if you are see, if you analyze some there is a problem inside, you should go and report the top level. That's why I had a experience of telling this weld will not suit the guest center, will not. Finally, they have done up to four floors, and after four floors, what I said was, the beauty is I have mentioned all the top levels. The top levels. I don't know why the decision of making the correction for the four floors went too late, which made me to work further more in the checking process. So this is one of the experience I am faced. I am telling you. So you should be reportive early to early the problem, which will minimize the work. So in one of the project, since I am a mechanical draftsman and I have worked in a government organization, I know the importance of some basic snipes and clear cuts, etc. So I told here there will be a problem finally. Nobody accepted, but came from the uh, organization outside India. So these are all the problems and the unique skill set you should have to identify and report at early times. Understand job position and responsibility and attain false scope accordingly. So, many of the engineer officers don't know the job position responsibilities, and they will wander inside the organization searching for answers. And sometimes one single person is overburdened. So everybody should know the job roles and their responsibility. So if you have any doubt, you can refer vmarksjsw.com vmarks in section. I have given various job roles and the responsibility in this column. Thank you. Self-management in participating. So I'm going to go because subject level communication. I have already told there are four types of communication: informative, consultative, associative, and administrative. Information is just your feedbacks. All your feedbacks are welcome, but all are not authoritative. Consultative is it is consultative. Your ideas are maybe consulted whether you may be right or I may be right. Associative joint meeting between the management and the administration and the workers. It is inside some joint committee meetings at high levels. Administrative, it is they are achieving some policies, some decision they are coming under proposing you for the acceptance. Finally, decision making, it is joint authority between the organization representative and the other departments of the government. For suggestions, workers committee and joint councils. These are the three platforms for the single person to manage himself in the participations. The key skills of the participations are generally for a general worker, you should be influence, friendly, autonomy, supervisory, trust, support, and work communities. As a worker, you should know all the keywords and the meaning of it and other to it. Managerial job style, supervision, quality, decision, internal customer. Here, The difference is your influence print is different from internal customer, which makes you in the seniority position. So when you are in a lower level, you should be 50-50 influential to other work with them and internal customer with your manager. So it will make you skip high and authority. So your authority, say, I am okay, I have done this, taking the responsibility. Human potential. So the potential you have inside in the pressure times and the normal times. Meeting organization goals is the ultimate aim. So how you are meeting the organization goals. Generally, the government these platforms in workers' committee, joint management council. There are more national grievances council and the uh, other portals like citizen grievances portal. I am not touching the labor welfare development. If I touch this, the ultimate goal of this chapter will be ruined. So without going that, we should find a problem in managing ourselves. Thank you.